Hey everybody, Chris here. So is Dogecoin a better Bitcoin? We're going to talk about that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when my new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. And we've been talking about these differences between Bitcoin and Dogecoin. Bitcoin more now seen as a store of value, strategic Bitcoin reserve, whole, all of that. Where Dogecoin is better as a transactional currency, to use it, to spend it, to share it, which we've been doing on our live streams as well. Having a lot of fun with it. Doge is about a meme after all to begin with. Many people don't take it seriously, but that's when it'll sneak up on you when you least expect. So let's get into it. Let me show you the news and the charts. I'll show you what I'm looking at. And we'll start here looking at the current Dogecoin chart. We're at 16.88. That's right, we're making that march back to 17 cents. The rebound, the recovery we're talking about is continuing. We had a little dip overnight back to about 1598. But bounced right back up. Bounced right back up. And here's Bitcoin, over $83,000 now for a Bitcoin. Or Dogecoin, 16.89 cents. And that's what we begin. One thing about Dogecoin which is very interesting, which I posted last night, I saw this, is the hash rate. Yeah, the hash rate for Dogecoin is at an all-time high. Despite the pullback in the price, the hash rate has continued to go up. Someone else posted, somebody knows something. Somebody knows something. What could be coming for Dogecoin? And I did post on X last night as well, if you want to know all about hash rates and what it means with the hash rate. So I'm not going to go into all this right now in the video, but check me out on X. I am at ChrisPax, and you can read all about hash rate and what it means for the security of the network and all of that. Dogecoin. Well, we've seen these before. We looked at these falling wedges that Trader Allen showed, and that after each of these preceding falling wedges, it followed a big pump in the price of Dogecoin. Again, we're looking at the 4-year cycles again, and could we be seeing this kind of movement in Dogecoin again? So does Dogecoin's price drop lay the groundwork for a major upside move? And could we see a close above its previous all-time high? That's what we're looking at happening with Doge. That's the power that Doge has to move, and it can move fast. But first, rebound and recovery, one step at a time. And that one step at a time, after the pullback, it's not out of the ordinary. It's happened before. And here's another chart that Trader Allen has made where we have a pullback, 64%, and then we have a pump. And then we have a pullback, 64%, and then we have a pump. And remember this one, this was just a year ago where we had this big run in Dogecoin. It went up to 22 cents from about 6-7 cents, right? They had that big run and then pulled all the way back over the summer. Remember the gift, you could buy Doge for under 10 cents. And then we had the pump up to 48. Now we've had the 66% pullback. Are we ready for this next pump? Meanwhile, on the ETF front, the SEC is keeping XRP, Solana, Dogecoin ETFs in limbo, waiting until the new chair, who's proposed, right? He's nominated, Paul Atkins, when he's confirmed. Unfortunately, this probably isn't going to be till May or June, but this is for approving an ETF. That doesn't mean that the SEC still can't work with the companies that have proposed these ETFs and make sure all the filings everything's in order so we can go through those steps. Again, I wasn't predicting a Dogecoin ETF to be approved until the fall anyway, October at the latest, and that is still on track. Somebody was asking, can we do an update on ETFs, Chris? Well, here you go. It's going to be a little while. And here's what Sam Maverick was like, is this legit? When Ali was like responding to SEC delays, grayscale spot Dogecoin ETF, Ali trying to be cute, send it, not. It's like, why don't you just get into the detail, Ali, and explain what's going on instead of making some stupid comment like that? But, that's what Ali does. James Seifert says, yes, the SEC just punted on a bunch of altcoin ETF filings, including Litecoin, Solana, XRP, and Doge. It's expected, as this is a standard procedure, and Atkins hasn't even been confirmed yet. This doesn't change our relatively high odds of approval. Also note, final deadlines aren't until October. So people getting all hyped up about ETFs. It's like, guys, the same thing happened with Bitcoin. They went the full 240 days with Bitcoin, or 239. It was like right there. So that's what's going on. And here's what Kevin Capital, he hinted he was going to have this chart last night, and he did post it. And he was like, look, we backtest the macro 0.5 fib, backtest of macro trend lines, backtest 200-week SMA and EMA, 3-day RSI at historical lows. If Bitcoin holds up and macroeconomic data and monetary policy adjust, then you just got your last opportunity to buy Dogecoin relatively cheap. A lot of factors at play, lots of work to do, but the risk reward at this level is superb given the circumstances. And that's why I borrowed from myself yesterday, right? Because I'm not getting paid till Friday. I borrowed from myself to buy Dogecoin in the 15s yesterday, because I could see all this happening. And again, I don't know if we're going to dip back down again. Again, overnight we did hit 1598. We could come back in the 15s again, depending on what's going on, CPI data and the other tariff thing, and what other fear is going to send shockwaves into the stock market, which could pull crypto down again. I mean, all of that is still in play, but the setup is all looking very good. Trader Allen this morning says, look, Dogecoin follows the pattern of its last bottom. Doge forms an initial low as the RSI falls into the oversold zone, then creates another lower low with a similar RSI reading in the same zone. If history repeats, an upcoming bull run is ahead. So this is what we're looking at. We get a low, and then we get a lower low, and then we take off. And so this is just what we had. We had the big dip, comes up, goes lower, RSI again below 30, happens twice, happened back here again twice. Total oversold zone. Is it time to move up? And here's, look, the SEC has accepted Bitwise's Dogecoin ETF application. So this is that next ETF. It's now been officially accepted as of yesterday. Time to move on. Doge God says something's brewing. There's something happening. We could see that coming. Trader Allen follows up with yet another Dogecoin chart, looking back on the 4-year cycles. Very similar pattern at play, this time with the 100. This is the 100-week moving average, is what this is. This is on a weekly. So it's the 100-week moving average, where we come back down, touch it before moving higher, and we just did that again after 2 bumps on the low side. So it's all setting up what could happen. And what's this about Dogecoin being a better Bitcoin? What is this? Well, Bitcoin corporate treasury wave sparked by Michael Saylor has sparked excitement about growing adoption in some circles, but others are concerned particularly about his company's Bitcoin accumulation and the techniques driving the accumulation. This is our friend in the All In podcast, Jason Calacanis, recently argued that Saylor's actions paved the way for the introduction of a better Bitcoin. Yes, a better Bitcoin. So we've been talking about Bitcoin, strategic reserve, right? Just this accumulation of Bitcoin. MicroStrategy continues to just buy. They're not going to use Bitcoin for anything. They might lend off of it, right? Or something like that. But is that really what cryptocurrency is supposed to be about? Satoshi said, look, we're making an e-cash, digital cash, peer-to-peer transactions. And that's what Bitcoin was supposed to be. And that is not what is happening now. Now it's the institutions, the governments, and big companies like now MicroStrategy just continuing to buy and hold, hoping that the price goes up. And that is creating this store of value, right? And even Elon Musk said it a couple of years ago. It's like, yeah, Bitcoin, great store of value, but as a transactional currency, Dogecoin is much better. Too much centralization, too much hyperbole, too many conflicts. He, being Michael Saylor, is actually setting up the perfect opportunity to someone to launch a better Bitcoin. I don't know what that would look like, but he set the stage perfectly. That's what Jason said. And of course, Dogecoin, right? The Dogecoin account is just like, really? Really? A better Bitcoin? I wonder what that could be. A better Bitcoin. Just, really? And on X, so here's what I posted. I found this. It's just like, Bitcoin. Expensive. Not funny. Doesn't get the ladies. But Dogecoin, it's less than the price of a McChicken. It's literally a meme. And the ladies love the Doges, right? The Dogecoin. So, hey, in all seriousness, with Doge, we don't know where Doge is going. We're excited about this opportunity between the Dogecoin Foundation and House of Doge and what these partnerships are and bigger adoption and use of Dogecoin as a currency. And maybe, I mean, Jason doesn't allow people who don't subscribe to him to respond to his X tweets. But I do have a word for Jason though, and it's just like, hey, check out Dogecoin. It is a better Bitcoin. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about Dogecoin being a better Bitcoin? Give the video a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.